Good morning to all the doctors, colleagues. Today is July 1st, Doctors' Day celebration. Is a national event in memory of Dr. B.C. Rai. He born on July 1st. Every year we are celebrating Doctors' Day on this July 1st. Today we are celebrating in our Gandhi Alumni Association auditorium. Many allied guests have come. Let us start these celebrations with a prayer, Ganesh Prarthana.
प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये अगजाननपद्मार्कं गजाननमहर्निशम् अनेकदन्तं भक्तानाम् एकदन्तमुपास्महे एकदन्तमुपास्महे.
Thank you. On this auspicious occasion, let us start our celebrations by lighting the lamp. I request the dignitaries, Dr. Chandrasekhar, he is the President of Alumni Education Society, and Dr. Sampath Rao is the Executive Member in Alumni Society. Dr. Sunny Davis, he is the Treasurer of Alumni Education Society. I request our Honorable Principal Madam, Dr. Indira, please come on to the dais, Madam, for lighting the lamp. I request our own alumni of GST Commissioner, Dr. Gandhi Garu, please come on to the dais, sir, for lighting the lamp. I request today's Superintendent, Dr. Ruani, Madam, please come, Madam. I request Dr. Mahesh, our alumni, the Chairman for Medical Council, and Vice Chairman Kiran, please come. Today we are going to hear Gangaram sponsored oration lecture by none other than Dr. Nageswar Reddy. Sir, please come onto the dais, sir, for lighting the lamp. I request Dr. Lingaya Garu. He was the past President of Alumni Education Society. Please come onto the dais. Please. Dr. Narsingh Rao. Mirgudu Kottakalam President. Ready. Thank you, sir.
సర్వేషమేవ దానానాం జ్ఞానదానం విశిష్యతి వేదోక్తి. అన్ని దానాల్లోకి జ్ఞానాన్ని దానం చేయడమే అన్నిటికన్నా గొప్ప విశేషం. ఈ ఆర్యోక్తిని గుర్తు చేసుకుంటూ ఈరోజు రాగి మల్లయ్య గారి స్మారక ఉపన్యాసం ఇవ్వడానికి వచ్చిన అతిథులందరికీ ఇప్పుడు స్వాగతం, సుస్వాగతం. తన స్వాగత ఉపన్యాసాన్ని మా అధ్యక్షుడు డాక్టర్ లింగమూర్తి గారిని ఇవ్వాల్సిందిగా కోరుతున్నాం.
Respected dignitaries, respected doctors, seniors and juniors, I feel it is my proud privilege to welcome you all as the President of Gandhi Medical College Alumni Association. On this National Doctors' Day celebrations held by Gandhi Medical College Alumni Association, we all know how much effort we need to put to become a successful doctor. Right from entry into the medical college to getting through a rigorous of training and then facing real test while treating patients independently. It is really a tough task. I know we all sacrificed a lot to reach these heights in life, particularly the family life. I think without their support, it is impossible to attain success in the profession. So today, by honoring doctors, we are not only honoring colleagues, but also we pay our respect to the families behind as well. Gandhi Medical College Alumni Association established in the year 2002 with the aim of not only promoting camaraderie among students, but also to channelize the give back sentiment of former students for benefit of today's budding doctors of our college. In this process, alumni could build this education center with generous contributions, members not only as a Golden Jubilee gift to the college in 2004, but also to be the nerve center for all the activities. After 25 years of establishment, I can proudly say that Gandhi Alumni is standing tall with many achievements to its credit. Thanks to my previous executives and leaders and administration of college and hospital, and finally the donors because of whom we are able to deliver things. Notable among alumni achievements are annual distribution of 60 gold medals to the meritorious students to encourage healthy competition, 60 scholarships to financially challenged students, wherein 15 students in each academic year, they will get 3,500 rupees directly credited in their accounts to help them support in meeting their regular academic expenses such as hostel fees, purchase of books, transport charges, or paying fees for competitive courses. Once selected by the selection committee, the student will continue to get the grant till completion of the course. It certainly helped some of the students to continue their studies without interruption in the face of sudden loss of breadwinner or any other financial crisis in the family. Till date, more than 100 students are benefited with this scholarship. Our ITC center, recognized by American Heart Association, it should be approved by American Heart Association, is doing great service to the community by training thousands of common people in community cardiopulmonary resuscitation program. Till date, 30,000 persons are trained in community CPR, and instances of some of them helping revive lives you might have seen in the press. The center trained 35,000 interns in the entire Telangana state. It's a mandatory BLS course, and proudly can say that it was mandated to be center to train interns both by NTR University and KNR universities for the state. It also trained more than 5,000 postgraduates in BLS and ACLS training. It is receiving requests not only institutions from state but also from neighboring states, speaks about its quality and credibility of faculty and equipment. Under the Aegis Education Society, Alumni is not only contributing to improve hostel facilities like furniture to reading rooms, dining hall, water coolers, etc., but also conducting many seminars, guest lectures, and workshops. Last year, we could conduct Gandhi Research Orientation Workshop in coordination with the college to encourage research among its students, particularly undergraduates. Around 800 students showcased their research activity in its first edition. Water coolers, etc., but also conducting many seminars, guest lectures, and workshops. Last year, we could conduct Gandhi Research Orientation Workshop in coordination with the college to encourage research among. With the help college administration and faculty, this event is going to be held regularly every year. Since last 2 years, Alumni Education Society is holding interns orientation program in coordination with administration and faculty, which is giving good results and appreciated by both the students and faculty. Our 1967 batch, led by late Dr. Pratap Reddy, established digital library in the college at a cost of 62 lakhs. And we are satisfied that is fully utilized by students and faculty. Alumni is happy that it could play a crucial role in helping the hospital by donating 1 crore worth of equipment and consumables to the hospital in times of crisis, mainly in the COVID pandemic. Even other times, our specialists settled abroad have donated equipments and consumables to the concerned departments many a times. Alumni, in cooperation with the Department of Anesthesia, successfully established pain clinic in Gandhi Hospital. Today's oration is another initiative by Alumni, which we held annually on regular basis. This time, the oration lecture by none other than our AAG Hospital Chairman, Dr. Nageshwar Reddy. Alumni is very happy to celebrate and honor the distinguished guests from the profession for their administrative and professional accomplishments, which is helping not only their institution but society in large. Thank you, Nodal.
So, Dr. Nageshwar Reddy garu, please. So, now Dr. Sampath, close associate of Nageshwar Reddy garu, will give introduction about Dr. Nageshwar Reddy.
Dr. Sampath Rao is the past president of Indian Medical Association Telangana State, and he belongs to 1968 batch. He is going to introduce our guest speaker.
I am proud to introduce the global intellectual legend. It's a rare opportunity that Dr. Nageshwar Reddy, still so simple and humble, you all can notice now. The degrees Probably countless. Dr. Nageshwar Reddy, the chairman and chief of gastroenterology at AG Hospitals, Hyderabad, stands as a paragon of medical innovation, compassion, and relentless pursuit of excellence in patient care. Patient care, that is more important. Many corporate hospitals are there, but this is the hospital which takes the patient care. Dr. Reddy is a globally renowned gastroenterologist who revolutionized the field of therapeutic endoscopy, particularly transforming thousands of lives across the globe and made India a hub for world-class gastrointestinal endoscopy services. Next. Born on 18th March 1956, Dr. Reddy did his MBBS from Kurnool Medical College, thereafter MD from Madras Medical College, and specialization in gastroenterology from the PG Chandigarh. PG. He started as a professor of gastroenterology at the Institute of Medical Sciences in Hyderabad, and then at Guntur Medical College. Here I just got the information from Nageshwar Reddy that he was also associated with the Gandhi Hospital, probably nearly 1.5 to 2 years, wherein the gastroenterology services at that time were very primitive. So that is the reason why he has taken a challenge of developing the gastroenterology field. Yeah. Then he has set up the Asian Institute of Gastroenterology in 1994. At present, 3 units are there at Hyderabad, I think. Next. Beyond clinical excellence, Dr. Reddy's commitment to affordable health care is unparalleled. You must have noticed people paying so many lakhs rupees during the COVID pandemic. But this was the institute where people can get at affordable rates, including my son-in-law, who is a plastic surgeon, got treated with this institute. His endoscopy technician program has trained thousands, ensuring skilled care across the nation. An educator, a mentor, Dr. Reddy has shaped the next generation of gastroenterologists, while his prolific research, over 1125 publications and 50 textbooks, enriches the global medical knowledge. During the COVID-19 pandemic, Dr. Reddy spearheaded the critical research, treatment protocols, and community initiatives ensuring affordable COVID-19 care, free treatment for frontline workers, and vaccine strategy optimization. His scientific leadership and commitment to the public health played a crucial role in shaping India's pandemic response. In terms of national awards, he has to credit to so many national and international awards. I will not be going to all the details of that. The day will not be sufficient. But only the prestigious national awards. Dr. B.C. Rai Award in 1995, Padma Shri in 2002, Padma Bhushan in 2016, and latest the Padma Vibhushan in 2025. Please give him a big applause. Dr. Nageshwar Reddy well deserves Bharat Ratna, which will not be very far away. His father, Dr. Bhaskar Reddy, with whom I was also closely associated, was a renowned pathologist with an illustrious career of principal, Kurnool Medical College, Guntur Medical College, NIMS Director, Vice Chancellor, Nagarjuna University, DME, United Andhra Pradesh. Dr. Nageshwar Reddy's better half is Mrs. Carol, who is always supportive of his all the endeavors. He has one sister and two brothers who are also brilliant in their careers. His private practice career started with, I don't know whether Nageshwar Reddy will remember or not, started with the first private patient at my nursing home. I will not go into the details because it will take long of time. That was in 1983, I think, 1983. Dr. Nageshwar Reddy, well-known personality in Indian Medical Association also. So he is very familiar, he is a very renowned person even in the National Indian Medical Association. He was a prestigious member of our own branch, IMA, Indian Medical Association, North Hyderabad. Now under his guidance, the Indian Medical Association, Asian Institute of Gastroenterology is well established and the IMA branch is working very well. Dr. Nageshwar Reddy symbolized a beacon of humanity and healing whose work embodies the spirit of India and its rich cultural legacy of compassionate care for all of the people. His legacy inspires us to strive for a healthier, more equitable world. Few photographs. Shiva, please. ఇంకా చేయాలి ఇంకా yeah, this is the photograph of Dr. B.C. Rai Award in 1992, that's 95, sorry. Next photograph. Then Padma Shri Award in 2002. Next. Then I know the well-deserving Padma Bhushan in 2016. And the latest Padma Vibhushan in 2025. So it's a rare, probably the four heads of the state, presidents, giving so many awards to a single person. Next. So with this brief introduction, which is not enough to describe his whole dedication to the profession and humble nature, happy Doctor's Day. Now I request Dr. Nageshwar Reddy to present his system.
Thank you, Dr. Sampath Rao, for the brief introduction. Very brief introduction of Dr. Nageshwar Reddy. Actually, జగమెరిగిన బ్రాహ్మణునికి జంధ్యమేళ అన్నట్టు నాగేశ్వర రెడ్డి గారిని ఒక ఇంట్రడక్షన్ అవసరమే లేదు. అయినా సరే ఇట్ ఇస్ కస్టమరీ బికాజ్ హీ ఈస్ గోయింగ్ టు డెలివర్ ద ఫస్ట్ oration lecture in our Gandhi Medical College Alumni Association auditorium, which is sponsored by my 1 year senior to me, Dr. Gangaram, who is settled in USA, New Jersey. He is a dermatologist come plastic surgeon. And he has donated $25,000. Every year we have to, on Doctor's Day, we are going to conduct this oration lecture with elite people. Regarding the donor, I request our chairman, Dr. Chandrasekhar, please briefly tell about the sponsor, Dr. Gangaram.
Yeah, thank you. First of all, All the 1972 batch, we are really proud of having Gangaram with us. He was our classmate, and we have few friends here actually came to listen to the oration. And actually, 72 batch is in forefront after the 67 batch, I suppose, because we have almost 6 gold medals to our credit to the batch, and then we have almost 3 scholarships being sponsored, and apart from these, now it is Oration. As president of Alumni already said, he has contributed $25,000 as a corpus, so that every year we hold this program. So now coming to, yes, Dr. Gangaram, he hails from a small remote village of Gurralgundi in Siddipet districts, and he was born to Ragi Chandra and Bhulakshmi. He finished his schooling in Siddipet and then graduated in medicine from Gandhi Medical College. He belongs to 1972 batch. This oration, Gangaram is director, and as far as his professional accomplishments are concerned, Gangaram Ragi is director and founder of Advanced Laser and Skin Care Center in New Jersey and fellow of American Academy of Dermatology and Mohs Surgery. Mohs Surgery is invented by the Mo Fredericks, and this surgery is done in case of skin cancers. So he expertised under him only. He was trained under him. He did his dermatology residency at State University of New York, Buffalo, from 85 to 88, and fellowship in cutaneous oncology in 1988 at Roosevelt Park Center Institute. He did his fellowship in Mohs micrographic surgery at University of Wisconsin Madison in 1989. Trained by Dr. Fredericks Moe himself, founder of surgery, and published research papers with him, served as chief of Mohs surgery for 1 year. He worked as clinical professor at Einstein Medical College, New York City for 15 years. He trained and taught dermatologic surgery and Mohs surgery to dermatology residents and dermatologists at Einstein Medical College. He wrote several publications and did clinical research and gave lectures in USA. Started private practice in Scottsdale, New York, and Advanced Laser and Skin Center in New Jersey in 1991. Served as Chief of Dermatology at Holy Name Hospital in Teaneck, New Jersey for 6 years. Served as President of New Jersey Dermatological Society. Practiced for 36 years and performed more than 25,000 Mohs surgeries and several thousands laser and dermatological surgeries. So this is a brief, I think, introduction. He has a lot of professional accomplishments to his credit, but I think this ends his introduction, a brief introduction. The aim of this oration, in his own words, is he learned about Sushruta when he went to USA, Charaka and Sushruta. So he said, when we have such a great sages who invented so many things, particularly flap surgery for the nose, which I heard in the USA, not in India. So he said we should recollect those moments, and in the event of latest research in medicine, which supports our system of yoga and also fasting and some other things like that, our traditional customs. So he thinks it should be brought to the notice of the young doctors, and to be integrated with the modern medicine. That was his idea. And first instance we thought is to have Dr. Nageshwar Reddy Garu for this oration. I heard about a lot of podcasts transmitted by him, and it was such an excellent lectures he gave. So we thought he is a very apt person, and I am thank you, sir, for accepting our invitation and delivering the first lecture. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Chandrasekhar, for presenting the donor for this oration lecture in the annual event. So it is your time, sir.
I think I have. ఆన్ చేయండి.
Now can you hear me? Can you hear me? So it's good to see the auditorium full, and of course I'm extremely grateful to the Gandhi Medical College alumni for giving me this opportunity. Problem is, if I stand here, they can't see me, so I'm standing on the side here. So I'm extremely glad that this is the first oration and I had the opportunity to give it. So when Dr. Lingamurthy and Dr. Sampath came and told me, you have to talk, I think can we switch off the lights if possible? Told me if I can talk on a subject which actually I had absolutely no idea. I was asked to talk on relevance of ancient medical system to current practice in medicine. So this was an absolutely new subject, and always when you get a new subject, it's very exciting because you have to go through a lot of literature, read about it, understand it. So I thought I'll take up this challenge and like to thank Sampath for the kind introduction. So you see the subject is over 2,600 years old, and before I start, let me start with some disclosures. The disclosure is that I am a practitioner of modern medicine of allopathy. I am subspecialized in the field of gastroenterology. I know extremely very little about the ancient practices of medicine in India till recently when I started reading about this. I don't support the concept of mixopathy. I think we should not mix different medical things together. I think we have Mahesh here, and then we know that this can create problems. I believe that each system has its own benefits or whatever it is, but I also believe very strongly that we must study the systems very carefully and take out what is good in each system. And also whatever we practice should have a scientific evidence. We should not practice from hearsay, and a lot of practices come from social media, what they read and all. It should be evidence-based practice. Current modern medicine is evidence-based. Nevertheless, this is a very important subject, I thought, because as I look into this, I thought what we should derive from this is what are the things that happened in the past which we can extract in modern medicine and try and take lessons from this, not only in terms of science, but in terms of morality and so on. This is very interesting. So that's the reason. Before that, 1954, I don't know how many of the Gandhi students are aware here, was established first by President Dr. Rajendra Prasad. He was the one who inaugurated this. In 1851, before that, it was the KEM Hospital, King Edward Memorial Hospital. It was a teaching hospital. In fact, the first female anesthetist probably in the country actually came from this hospital, Rupa Bai Purdesi. And I think I actually had a brief association with Gandhi when I came back from PGI. I was in Nizams, then posted for about 1 year and odd at the Gandhi Medical College and Hospital. At that time, gastroenterology was not a very popular subject. So the first time we are starting the department at the Gandhi Hospital. So when I came to Gandhi Hospital, myself and Dr. Upendra Prasad, he was a professor, assistant professor. So I asked them, where is the department? And I was taken into the hospital. There was a small corridor beside the bathroom. They said, this is the department. I said, this is the department, sir. Gastroenterology has something to do with your toilet. So this is where, so that was the knowledge at that time. It took us some time, but then I realized that building a technology dependent subject like gastroenterology, you won't have much future when there's the government, everybody has to have a lot of enthusiasm. So I had to unfortunately go out, and then we started the AAG hospitals, and of course, rest you know. So this was just to give you a background. The ancient medicine in India is split into two parts I shall talk about. The first is the mythological part. The myths are there, there are stories, there are very ancient religious stories that come, which we don't have any proof. Even for later we don't have much proof, but for which these are actually myths which have been built into our religion, but we can draw some interesting results from this. The first is the god of Ayurveda, the god, Indian Hindu god was Dhanvantri. There was a lot of speculations whether Dhanvantri was a male or female and so on. Ultimately, it decided Dhanvantri was a male. Vishnu came in the roop of Dhanvantri, the medicine god. In fact, Dhanvantri came out when the Asuras and Devas were fighting against each other, and they used the Vasuki snake to churn this mountain, and ultimately what came out from the ocean was Amrut. This Amrut that came out is seen very nicely held by Dhanvantri in one hand. There are herbs in other hand. So these are the true healing powers. There were also two destructive powers on the top there. So again indicating that medicine can be also destructive. But the main thing is Amrut and these herbs which you see there. This Amrut concept, which Amrut is substance which actually can stop you from aging. It actually reverses aging sometimes, makes you young and so on. So this concept that came from very ancient India, but now the Western world is starting to practice this. And the Amrut equivalent in Western world are now exosomes. All over the west coast of US, California, Germany, Switzerland, the concept of exosomes as Amrut is coming up. So what is done is you can take the blood of a person, centrifuge it, just like churning here in the ocean, centrifuge it, and out comes exosomes at a particular speed. These exosomes contain messenger RNAs, they contain vasoactive substance, they contain stem cell related substances, and when these are given to older individuals, from young individuals, from the same family, it can actually reverse aging. And there's some very early evidence, it's still not in clinical practice, but just to draw a parallel between what happened when you churn the ocean to get Amrut, you churn the patient's blood to get exosomes, a similar example. And you can see that, of course, this was Dhanvantri was a mythological figure. I don't know whether it exists or not, but coming to a little more contemporary Ramayana, this is very interesting. This is something again fictional, but for those who have belief in Ramayana, of course, it's not fictional, but scientifically we don't have evidence. When Lakshman died in the war in Sri Lanka against Ravana, Lakshman died. At that time, Rama was very distressed. He didn't know what to do, where to get. There were no doctors at that time. The only main doctor was Susheshna. Susheshna was Ravana's doctor, and he was a very wise person. He knew how to actually treat many illnesses. And Rama was actually hesitating to call Susheshna, saying, how can you call an enemy's doctor to him? But look at this. When somebody went and requested Susheshna, can you come and see Lakshman for treatment? He agreed. Ravana agreed. Ravana said, as a doctor, there is no enemy, there is no friend. You have to go and serve. Susheshna came to the bedside of Lakshman and then suggested that they get this Sanjeevani, which of course Hanuman was supposed to have got from Himalayas. Sanjeevani plant was given and Lakshman recovered completely. We know the whole story, but we don't know the story of Susheshna, the doctor, because this is a very important message for us doctors. Again, we have the medical council chairman here and many members of the medical council, that this is medical ethics at its height. For us doctors, in modern medicine, this is a very important message. There is no enemy, there is no friend. When as a doctor you are called to see somebody, we lose all the other aspects, caste, community, everything goes up. In fact, I have many times in my OPD, rival political party leaders sitting together, and I find it very interesting. They're talking to each other and they don't mind that this doctor is saying this party, that party and so on. Everything disappears. As a doctor, we are neutral. In that sense, we are supreme. We have to behave like what Susheshna behaved. And even a character like Ravana was, when it came to doctors, was so proactive that we as doctors, I think this is a very important lesson. I'm not suggesting this is true or whatever, but it's a lesson that we learn from our ancient mythology, which is extremely important. Now we come to the second lesson from Mahabharata, and this is also very, again, mythological, but very interesting. The Pandavas, after they finished the Kurukshetra war and started ruling, they wanted to go to heaven, ascend to the heaven. And as they ascended to the heaven, out of the 5 Pandavas, of course, Draupadi died first, and the 4 Pandavas died. one by one, one by one. They were not allowed to get into heaven. Now, why did they die? They died because of the reasons. Sahadeva fell because he was proud of his wisdom. Nakula felt he was proud of his beauty. Arjuna fell because he was proud of his abilities. Bhima because he was a glutton, excessive eating. And the only person who could get up to the heaven was Yudhishthira. And Yudhishthira was embodiment of everything that is fair, true, and compassion, and so on. This is a very important lesson to us modern doctors, because as we become doctors, well-known doctors, sometimes occupy important positions, we become arrogant, we lose humility, and of course, I think unfortunately, I think nobody is still believing the lifestyle changes that can occur, these can all, everything can come together and destroy us. However we achieve, whatever we achieve, these qualities can destroy us. And this is a lesson again from old mythology to tell us how to remain grounded, how not to get into this trap of destroying ourselves. Again, very important lesson for doctors. So these are three mythological lessons. They are myths, but I think the messages are important. The ultimate message for us is very important. So what we did is, in front of a hospital at AAG, we put this very prominent. Very few hospitals have this. We have Dhanvantari, of course, who is the god of Ayurveda. Two other very, very important ancient physicians who, again, we don't have very documented history, but there's fragmentary history to suggest this may be true. Sushruta, father of surgery, and Charaka was the father of medicine. At that point of time, there's no specialization into medicine, surgery, and so on, but we had some views that there were people who were specialized in one area, there were people who were more into medicine and all. So let me talk a little on these two very important people in ancient history. Again, we don't have so much of documentation, but to some extent we start to think. But to show you how some of the ancient practices in India were adapted to Western medicine was that, you see, Sushruta 600 years before Christ described the first surgical procedure, which was rhinoplasty. In 1794, based on this, an English doctor described this in a gentleman's magazine, and 1814 was the initial description of rhinoplasty. Just to show you how transition occurred and how Western medicine adapted some of this. But the difference was, when they adapted it to Western medicine, they did rigorous studies, randomized controlled trials, only then put it forward as evidence. Similarly, I think another very important example, this is not ancient, this is more recent, that all the youngster students should know, was this, that Vakil, Dr. Rustum Jar Vakil, was a very famous Indian physician, 1930s to 40s he practiced. He observed that in the ancient Indian medicine, there was a drug which was being taken from the leaves, serpentina leaves. Our serpentina leaf was taken, and then he refined it. It was called at that time reserpine, and then started giving patients with hypertension and to all the calm the patients. Dramatic effect it had. In fact, this was the first hypertensive medicine which came from ancient India, which Dr. Vakil popularized by a paper in British Heart Journal, and for that he got the Laskar Award. Laskar Award is a pre-Nobel Prize award. Unfortunately, he was supposed to get the Nobel Prize the next year, but he died, so he couldn't get the Nobel Prize. So this again is a very important lesson, that there are in ancient Indian medicine certain herbs or certain things which can be effective. An example of what happened in Chinese medicine is how the anti-malarial drug was discovered by the Chinese doctor. The difference is, again, what Vakil did was to take an ancient Indian medicine and show by scientific methods. He did a randomized controlled trial, giving it to some patients who had hypertension, placebo to other patients, so clearly the effect was there. So this evidence is what, again, a repeated lesson to us, that we have gems in our ancient history, but we have to convert them into clinical practices. So Sushruta, let's come back to Sushruta, often called the father of modern surgery. He lived about 600 years before Christ. We are not sure about how he looked. At that time, written language still didn't come. So what all he taught went like slokas from disciple to disciple. most of his teachings were written in Sanskrit only about 100 years after Christ. That is much longer, more than 1000 years after he died. So again, we are not sure exactly what this thing, but what he is most famous for is, I'll show you some of the things that he did. He was one of the first people in the world to study cadavers. Cadavers floating in the Ganges river, he would take them out silently and study the anatomy of cadavers. At that time it was a banned thing and it was quite a social problem, but still he managed to do it to understand the anatomy. He was actually even before Hippocrates. We all talk about Hippocrates oath and all. In fact, he was even before Hippocrates. According to the history that we have, he lived about 100 years before Hippocrates. His very, very famous book is Susruta Samhita, which is 184 chapters. And again, these were slokas, but converted into written thing in about 100 years after Christ. And some of them may have been modified because slokas have to be remembered. And that time, again, this is very important. People used to memorize textbook like thing, you know. They didn't have anything to store this one. So the brains were very sharp. And what they memorized used to be passed on to the next generation. An important lesson that in medicine we are now forgetting this. Everything on, we like to check on the computer, WhatsApp, this thing, all that was not there, so it was memorized. He was also actually a physician, not just a surgeon. He described 700 medicinal plants, and more important, 300 surgical procedures. And even at that time, he was thinking of specialization in medicine. There's some things which can be done by poisoning, some things and so on. And this is again, but in fact, recently, his statue was put in Edinburgh Medical School. He already had one in Melbourne Medical School, and this is an installation which was done. And this is just a video they produced at that time. This was more than 2000 years. The instruments that he described, over 300 types of surgeries. In fact, these instruments are very interesting. He was actually demonstrating some of his surgical skills, and this is the flap surgery he done. Those who had their nasal rhinoplasty done, he used to do this technique. All these things is documented much later, but many of his procedures were fairly detailedly documented, much before Hippocrates also. And I think the statue was recently unveiled at the Edinburgh Medical School, and I think this is something which is very historic in Scotland, Royal College of Surgeons, Scotland, and this was a very old, and you can see that they honored him. I think this is a great occasion for all of us Indians that somebody from Indian origin was actually honored with it. So I think this is a lesson that although everything that he said may not be true or say, but at least he had certain things which are very important for us in modern medicine. 121 instruments, different types of surgeries. The most important thing is some of these medical instruments that he described, like Ali forceps and all that, are now coming to use. They were there before. We didn't understand them before. Now, when you go back retrospectively, we keep understanding them. And these are all the instruments that he had. His most important contribution, everybody knows, is because of rhinoplasty, which he described. As I said, in October 1974, one of the British surgeons who took this account from what was described in his Sanskrit literature converted into. Now, rhinoplasty, at that time, the commonest reason for nose being chopped off was adultery. I don't know whether it is so common that so many rhinoplasties were done, but anyway, that is historically what he says, that this was a very common surgery because of the problems. They also, prisoners of war had their noses cut off, and so what he did was very ingenious. If you look at the plastic surgery, he took a flap from the forehead and then the vasculature remained, turned the flap and put it on the nose. Just imagine, this technique of plastic surgery came much later on. So he described it many years back. So this again is an indication that we have certain important techniques in our ancient medicine which we have to go back, revisit and see how they can be used. The next most important person in modern medicine is Charaka. Charaka is of course a physician, never did any surgeries, but he is very famous for his Charaka Samhita. Again, he was in the later period, that is, he came somewhere around between 100 to 200 years at the time of Christ. So a lot of what he has said is got documented in Sanskrit, of course. So maybe little more of what he said we know better than Shushruta, but because Shushruta is a surgeon, it was very dramatic. Charakas was a more physiology, biochemistry based thing. At that point of time, very, very important, and we are coming back to that now, the importance of lifestyle medicine. He kept on insisting lifestyle. People didn't realize it till now again, after 2000 years, we're realizing the importance of lifestyle medicine, diet, exercise. And one of the most important things he did, which again we have to emphasize, is he talked about this holistic medicine, a person as a whole. We don't see, the subspecialization unfortunately has created problems now. When I see a patient only abdomen, I'm not caring about other things. But he emphasized, and it is coming back again into Western medicine, is to see a patient as a whole, not just small holes in the patient. We have to see the patient as a whole. That is very important, and he emphasized this. In fact, one of the things I got struck with Charaka when I started reading and going into literature is his emphasis on the gut. He had this very famous saying that all the diseases actually originate in the gut. And he described the Agni in the gut, which is the microbiome. I'm sure he didn't have knowledge about all these bacteria and all, because nobody knew about that, but somehow he had an intuition that in the gut there was something which was giving rise to all the effects that body has. This is natural thinking, because we are like any animal. What all we eat goes first into the intestines, and from the intestine gets distributed. So obviously nature is controlling all the bodily functions through our gut. This is very obvious. He realized that. He didn't have the biochemical, microbiological or physiological techniques to actually work it out. We have that now. We know, for example, the gut is the second brain. There's so many neurons in the gut. The gut and brain are constantly talking to each other. There's so many hormones. The gut has the largest amount of neurons after brain, largest amount of endocrine cells after the endocrine organs in the body. So it's in fact virtually a neuroendocrine organ. We think of gut as something to absorb. No, it's a neuroendocrine. Everything is modulated by gut. What we eat, for example, the bacteria, what they produce, all impulses go to the neurons in the gut, from there to the brain, midbrain. Our mood, our intellect, our activities, everything is regulated by this. And we didn't know that, and Charaka somehow anticipated this 2000 years before. So why I'm telling you this is that in ancient medicine there are many things that we don't know, which probably if we start studying them more and more, we can translate them into more modern medicine, because we have the capacity now as in biochemistry or microbiology or physiology, we know everything. So the Agni then placed the digestive fire, and he called it weak Agni and strong Agni. I mean, because he didn't know about the microbiome. But now it has been shown that microbiome and other things in the gut are actually controlling the whole body system. We are now diverted from heart, brain and so on. They are secondary organs. Nature has provided a primary organ which controls everything, and the control is not just a simple control, very complex control, because of neurons, because of endocrines, because of microbiome, all forming in one. And this was recognized as Agni by Charaka many, many years before. I'm sure the science was not there, but the concept was there. So one of the things that also Charaka, which we also have to follow now, is, of course, he had, unfortunately we talk about Hippocrates oath. Now at NB we changed the Hippocrates oath. We are now gone into this Charaka's oath, because I think Hippocrates oath is good because they're for me, but Charaka had an equally good oath. You can see this, the physician's oath which Charaka said. I think even maybe again message to medical council should change from the Hippocrates oath. He said, day and night, however thou mayest engage, thou shalt endeavor for relief of patients with all thy heart and soul. You should not desert or injure thy patient even for sake of life or living. Very simple, very short, but gives the message. This was Charaka's oath, which was again recorded, because that time recordings came, writing came. So this is, I think, something we modern physicians should embrace. It's very simple. Hippocrates oath is so many, we forget about it as soon as we get our graduation. But this is very simple, remember, you can convert it into, so this should become the basis for modern medicine practice. And one of the important things Charaka did is he taught this concept of a group or a team treating the patient. It's not, at that time, importance was given to only one person, the physician, Hippocrates, Socrates, these are all the famous physicians who are supposed to be treating. But no, even then, he called it success lies in these four. Success lies in the physician, who's of course the foremost, the medicine, the quality of medicine, very important. So the pharmacist, the patient who has to be convinced and be very honest, and of course the attendant, who is the nurse or whoever is attending the patient at that point of time. So these four are the cornerstone, and again in modern medicine, it's important to realize that these four would constitute what we now think as a team effort. You know, in modern medicine you have ICU teams, you have surgical teams and so on. But he predicted this 2000 years before. So the concept of diabetes also was actually Charaka and to some extent Sushruta, very interesting. They call this the Madhumeha, the honey urine. And if you look at, this is again documented in Indian literature, they talked about two types of diabetes. Those with obese, the type 2 diabetes, the lean diabetes, type 1 diabetes. And this was recognized very, very late, you know. Only in 1798 in the West, after so many thousands of years, they recognized this concept of two types of diabetes, how the urine can be used. In fact, in Charaka's time, somebody passed urine and all the ants came together. The diagnosis of diabetes was made. Very crude, but still you must, appreciate that they had this process of thinking, which not only talked about sugar in urine causing this, but also that there can be two types, different phenotypes can be there. This phenotypic classification came very late into modern medicine. Turmeric is another one. Now we are starting to use it more and more and more in modern medicine. Very long back, Charaka recognized that turmeric is going to be useful. In fact, just recently from AIG, we published a large randomized controlled trial in patients with ulcerative colitis resistant to all treatment. We had turmeric as a treatment, and still turmeric in food is much better than giving turmeric in any other form. Increased turmeric in food, and this was recognized again by Charaka very, very long back. We have in our ancient medicine many herbs, many substances which could be useful. Unfortunately, we haven't studied it systematically. So I think I'd warn you against just blindly using this, because I don't think we should study them. There is now what is called the reverse pharmacology. The reverse pharmacology is, okay, my grandfather or great grandfather told me that this is useful in fever. Let me take that substance, analyze it chemically, see what it contains, and then do a randomized control. This is how we should, in modern medicine, go about studying the ancient substances that are there. And I'm sure we'll get many hundreds of pharmacological substances which are effective, but we have to do this scientifically. We should not blindly practice this. Leech is another example. In Sushruta used a lot of leeches, because leech contains heparin-like substance. It sucks off all the toxic substances from it. Sushruta used it, and only in 2004 the FDA finally cleared it for treatment or uses in certain group of patients. Again, very ancient medicine which we know was used here. So Ayurveda, as I told you, I think there are, in fact, Indian government has started an institute called CDRA in Lucknow, where these medicinal plants are supposed to be studied. I had the opportunity to visit there and see the garden they have there. The medicinal plants have fantastic value, but we haven't studied it. We have to do reverse pharmacology. Reverse pharmacology, study them. I've been making this plea with the government that the Chinese traditional medicine has become very important. So that is because they have studied it very carefully, doing randomized controlled trials, and they don't mix it. Kindly don't mix these different types of medicine, because each of them have different concepts and all that. We have to, if we have to be proud of our heritage, if we have to say that our ancient medicine is good, the only way to prove to the world is to take this, do reverse pharmacology, study this in randomized controlled fashion, and show to the world that we have a wealth of medicines here which can, with evidence base, we can use this. And this is what I think, instead of all the noises the government makes about Ayush and this and that, this is what they should. They should now concentrate on scientifically proving the value of this, many of these things. So we require scientific studies, we require a reverse chemical analysis, we require a physiological value of standardization, and randomized controlled trials. Only then we can show the world that our medicine is as good or superior, and that we, in fact, I'm sure we'll get this, that many of our ancient substances that we use, herbs, because of practice that they came through, have something really very interesting we can offer to modern medicine. So I think this is very important, a honest balance. We have documented history in something, for example, Sushruta's flap, all plastic surgeons use it. How many of you medical students reading textbooks of plastic surgery have heard about Sushruta flap? The flap technique in plastic surgery is very important, but actually Sushruta's flap, we must be proud of that. Liserpin is a drug that came out, or curcumin drug which came out, again shown by randomized controlled trials in modern medicine. It's very thing, and of course the microbiome therapy, which is becoming more and more common now. All these are what we got. So if you look at the glimpse of what happened in ancient medicine, this is just to show you that we have Ayurveda, Siddha, Homeopathy, Unani, Yoga, Naturopathy. All these are the basic different segments. Again, each of them have not been studied properly. The only studies have come mostly from yoga. I think yoga, fortunately now, has been quite popularized. We recently had the International Yoga Day. We know that there are several types of yoga, and we have many studies now in yoga because the Western world took it up, and that's how the studies came. Randomized controlled studies to show the effect on strength, heart rates, stress management, asthma, post-operative recovery. We have so many, and specific yogas are now there for specific things, and this is another branch that is being studied very well. We know it improves the cardiovascular, lowers the blood pressure, and so on. In gut, there are a lot of studies. Actually, we are doing a very interesting study where we are actually treating patients of IBS very effectively, but more importantly, in a study we did a randomized control trial. We were preparing patients for colonoscopy. Now, when you prepare patients for colonoscopy, you have to give them a lot of fluid, 2 liters of fluid, they go on purging they have. But there are specific yoga asanas with which just 1 glass of water, yoga asanas, the gut is completely clear. And I didn't believe in this till one of my colleagues, Manish Panagray in AIMS, was doing this. So we did a collaborative study, and this is absolutely true. You don't have to do all that. Just do this, take 1 glass of water and the gut gets clear. We are publishing this in a major journal, and then of course West will start adapting it. So this is very important that we can take lessons from this. And of course definitely stress and other things, yoga has an effect. But again, we have to study this. Many more studies are coming. So finally, I like to say that our ancient medicine, we can take pride. There is some evidence, we have to produce more evidence, and we have to innovate. Tell to the Western world what we have, the wealth that we have. And this will come, it has started very, very long back from Sushruta. We have more evidence coming from Charaka. And then subsequently, in between, we have a dark period where, of course, we are dominated by beliefs and so on. But now we have come to an area when we can actually be proud of the past, but we have to demand evidence. We have to work together, especially the youngsters who are coming up, take up these branches and show with evidence that some of these are extremely effective. And I think we build statues for all our ancient, but we should build science to show that we are really proud of what happened in our ancient world. Thank you very much for your attention.
I sincerely thank Dr. Nageshwar Reddy Garu for delivering oration lecture on this occasion of Doctor's Day celebrations, which is sponsored by our senior Dr. Gangaram. We would like to felicitate our speaker, Dr. Nageshwar Reddy. On this occasion, I request Dr. Chandrasekhar and Dr. Lingaya Garu, please sir come. Dr. Vittal, Dr. Sampath, Dr. Krishna Reddy. Wow. We'd like to honor him. I request Dr. Prasad, orthopedic surgeon. He is the son of Gangaram's elder brother, right? You want to say a few words?
Respected speaker, Dr. Nageshwar Reddy Garu, Chairman, AIG Hospitals, Principal, alumni faculty, honored guests, and dear students. A very good morning to all of you. I am Dr. Ragi Prasad, orthopedic surgeon and nephew of Dr. Gangaram Ragi. It's both an honor and privilege to stand before you today on behalf of my uncle, Dr. Gangaram Ragi, the donor, who couldn't be here as he's in US. He asked me to convey his heartfelt greetings and sincere gratitude to Gandhi Medical College Alumni Association for organizing this inaugural oration lecture and asked me to read out his letter. For him, this institution is not merely a medical college, but a place where his journey as a doctor began and where he received the education, discipline, values, and confidence that shaped his life. Although he lived abroad for many years, his roots remain firmly connected to this college and India. That's why he also supported the primary school and college he studied by building an auditorium, school classrooms, and many more, and now this annual oration. Dr. Gangaram Ragi had a strong influence of his grandfather, Ragi Malliah, on pursuing and spread of education, on whose name this annual oration is dedicated. He conveyed his deepest appreciation to the faculty members and the Alumni Association, especially Dr. Chandrasekhar Garu and Dr. Lingamurthy Garu and Dr. Nageshwar Reddy Garu in particular for their efforts in keeping this alumni connected. He also hopes thus that this annual oration becomes a long-standing tradition, one that continues year after year. And with this, I thank you and wish you all a happy Doctor's Day.
Thank you, Dr. Prasad. Let us honor Dr. Nageshwar Reddy Garu. I request Dr. Lingaya Garu to present this memento. Thank you, sir. Our principal madam, Dr. Indira Garu, she wants to felicitate Dr. Nageshwar Reddy. Dr. Vani, our superintendent. On this occasion of Doctor's Day celebrations, we'd like to honor our alumni, and presently is the GST Commissioner, Dr. Gandhi. Gandhi. Is conducting many blood donation camps and sending the blood to Gandhi. Yesterday he has conducted. Thank you, Dr. Gandhi Garu. Now I request our proud alumni, Chairman of Medical Council, Telangana, Dr. Mahesh. He is doing lot of work from Medical Council to eradicate the quackery and is concentrating on in other subject. Gandhi. Thank you, Dr. Mahesh. Now it is a turn. Dr. Kiran, Vice Chairman, Medical Council. I request Dr. Narsingh Rao, please come and join him. I request our Alumni Medical Society Treasurer, Dr. Sunny, please come on to the desk. Thank you. We would like to honor our own principal, Dr. Indira Garu. Today is Doctor's Day, madam.
First alumni to become first principal name.
Thank you, madam. I would like to honor our hospital superintendent, Dr. Vani, madam, please. Would like to honor Vice Principal Dr. Chandrasekhar.
We once again thank Dr. Nagesh Reddy Garu for affording so much of his busy schedule time. Thank you once again.
So Dr. Vittal wants to say a few words in front of you. 1 minute.
Dr. Edgar, 1 second. See, by the way, my name is Dr. Vittal. I am a Gandhi Medical College alumni, and I went to USA, did gastroenterology fellowship. But I want to thank Dr. Reddy Garu that about 20 years back, I came here to his hospital to learn ERCP. I used to sit with him until 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock every night, all day to learn ERCP, which I didn't learn in India, in America. And he wrote several books. One of the best book for ERCP is written recently by Dr. Nageshwar Reddy. One of the best book in the world on ERCP is a world authority. I'm very proud of him, and I'm very happy, very proud of myself to be associated with Dr. Reddy. Thank you.
All Gangaram's classmates in the audience, please come up to the dais to take a picture with Dr. Nageshwar Reddy.
Prasad, you can.
There, see, everybody's here.
I invite Dr. Rahul. He is our alumni. He is presently is the director of NIMS Hospital. Please come, sir. Lastly, Dr. Nageshwar Reddy will honor our Dr. Rahul. I would like to invite Dr. Sunil. Dr. Sunil, please come. Vice Principal.
Deputy Superintendent.
Deputy Superintendent, sorry. Dr. Rajaram, Vice Principal. Please stay back. There are 13 gold medals we are going to present to the merit students of our college. Wait for a few minutes. We'll complete the program. I request Dr. Indira and Dr. Vani, please come, madam. We are going to present the gold medals to our students. Please come. Dr. Mahesh Kiran, please come on to the dais. I request Dr. Venkat Ratnam, Secretary Alumni Association, please come. I request NIMS Director Dr. Rahul. Dr. Rahul, please come onto the dais, sir. Gold medal in anatomy, that is Racheru Anasuya Ramakrishna Reddy Memorial Gold Medal. It is sponsored by Dr. K. Srinivas Reddy. The recipient is Kamarautu Malavika. You come, your family members have come, you come along with your family members. I request Dr. Indira Madam to present this gold medal, madam. Thank you. Gold medal in physiology. The Dr. Tahir Ali Memorial Gold Medal sponsored by my classmate Dr. Shahid Hussain. It is recipient is Saniana Mulgu. Sanjana Mulgu. You come along with your family members if they have come. Dr. Minaj is there, son-in-law of Dr. Shahid. Minaj, if he is not there, I request our classmates, Madhusudan, Uday Shankar, Nazir, and Shesh Babu Subhas, please come. This is the medal, Tahir Ali gold medal, sponsored by our Shahid Hussain. Come and present this. Sheshu Babu. Ramarao. Ramarao. Come. Thank you. Next gold medal in biochemistry. Dr. Goli Surya Prakash, gold medal sponsored by Dr. Goli Sridhar. Recipient is Dr. J. Apurva Reddy. Please come, Apurva, along with your Sridhar. Yeah. Come. Yeah.
I request Vani madam to give away the medal, madam.
Thank you. Next gold medal, overall topper, first MBBS, Rukmabai and Rajalingam gold medal, sponsored by Dr. D. Gangadhar. Recipient is Malavika. Gangadhar, please come. Be classmates. Gibson, the. Thank you. Next gold medal in microbiology, Mrs. Uma Devi Srivatsava, Memorial Gold Medal. Sponsor is Dr. M.D. Salahuddin. The recipient is Elur Shreyas. I request our superintendent, Dr. Vani Madam, please present. Next, gold medal in pathology, Professor Dr. M. Ramani gold medal, sponsored by Dr. M. Ramani. It is a Kalotu Anu Chauhan. Please come. Thank you. Gold medal in pharmacology, Professor Dr. P. Madhusudan Reddy gold medal, sponsored by Dr. P. Madhusudan Reddy, and recipient is Apurva Reddy. Dr. Sampath, are you there? Yeah, I'm here. Along with your classmates. Dr. Narsingh Rao.
It is Dr. T. Madhusudan Reddy.
Thank you. The next gold medal in forensic medicine, Dr. Narayan Rao gold medal. It's sponsored by Dr. Narayan Rao. Kelot Anu Chauhan. Recipient, please come. Thank you. Overall topper, second MBBS. This is sponsored by GMC 72 batch, Swarna Jayanti gold medal, batch of 72. Recipient is Apurva Reddy. Dr. Chandrasekhar and his classmates.
I request all the 72 batch doctors to come on to the dais.
Thank you. Next gold medal in social and preventive medicine. Late Mr. Lingaya and late Mrs. Pullamma Memorial Gold Medal sponsored by Dr. Shivalingam. Recipient is Sadia Naz. Shivalingam. Thank you. Next gold medal in ENT otorhinolaryngology. Dr. M. Mohan Reddy gold medal sponsored by Dr. M. Mohan Reddy, our classmate. Recipient is Malavika. I request all my classmates to come and present this gold medal. Mohan Reddy, Mohan Ochida? Mohan Reddy is absent. All our classmates, please come. There are 2 more gold medals are there. Jayanti. తీసుకో రాలే కేసులో జయంతి 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 both 2 Jayantis. Go. Thank you. Next gold medal in ophthalmology, Dr. H.S. Bhatia gold medal, sponsored by our own classmate Dr. Anita Bhatia. Recipient is Apurva Reddy. Jayanti, Anita Bhatia diyama. Ma Jayanti. Thank you. Next gold medal, overall topper, final year, MBBS Part 1. Surabhi Kamala Devi and Pratap Reddy Memorial Gold Medal, sponsored by Dr. Chandra Bose Reddy. Recipient is Kirti Sifra Judge. Jamulamudi Kirti Sifra Judge. If your parents are there, come with your parents. Yeah, yeah. Thank you. I request Dr. Rahul. Just 2 minutes. Just 2 minutes at
Good afternoon to all. I belong to 1992 batch of Gandhi. So it's been we have never been exposed to these premises. We were all in the previous premises, and where the college and hospital were different. It was near the railway station. We had very fond memories of that. When I see this alumni, the staircase, it reminds me of so many things. So I did my MBBS and MS both in Gandhi. So almost from 92 to 2002, 10 years I was in Gandhi. Then MCH in Usmania. So it's like a real umbilical cord to this place, because MBBS and MS is a large period of time. And there is some disconnect when we come here, because we miss that Bashir Bagh college and the hospital. All our old timers, if you remember. Yes, yes. So, but all the best to all the winners of this thing, and all those who have not even got this, because it's only an encouragement. So all the best for all the future. Thank you.
So this is our 1972 batch. We are all classmates, and we are classmates of course, Gangaram, who sponsored the talk today. One thing stands out for our batch, which you all should remember. We are the first entrance batch. And I'm very proud to see our principal. The first lady principal we studied under was Dr. Jaya. She was also an anatomy professor. And I think Gandhi's got a lady principal after a really, really long time.
Thank you. I request Indira Madam to few words.
Very good morning to all the dignitaries on the dais, of the dais, and here the President, Chairman and Secretary of Alumni Association, really the Gandhi Alumni, which is doing the best work towards the college. And recently, after I came only, I have inaugurated digital library, and they are into scholarship programs every year. I have taken as a charge as a principal, and I've been selected in 2 batches, 15 students in each batch for the scholarship, and also gold medals. I've been the part of the gold medal presentation for last 2 years, and I appreciate all the Gandhi alumni who are donating this gold medals, scholarships, and the welfare of the students as well as the college. I really thank you, sir. Dr. Lingamurthy, sir, Dr. Chandrasekhar, Dr. Ratnam, sir. Every time, whatever the program, they will try to involve Gandhi Medical College as a part of Gandhi Alumni, which has been seen as one of its kind, and not only in the name, in the true spirit, they will support the college. As that, we also with you, sir. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you, madam. I request Dr. Vani madam say a few words.
Thank you, sir. I am extremely honored to be here today as a superintendent of Gandhi Hospital. It's not that we doctors need celebration or an applause. It is that we are here for the service of the patients, and today is not a celebration for doctors, but it is an honor for us. Thank you for conducting this program and felicitating us. We are proud to be felicitated, and even our young doctors, it's a motivation for them. And thanks to Ragi Gangaram Garu for sponsoring this extremely valuable program. Thank you.
Thank you, madam. After the vote of thanks, the lunch is arranged. Please have lunch. I request Dr. Venkatratnam, vote of thanks.
I thank all the members who have taken a lot of time, and I am sure you all enjoyed that today's oration lecture, and you are all inspired by the ancient medicine and our history and our heritage. The first sentence by Charaka about the Bhojanam is, you all must remember, Ekabhukta Mahayogi. ఒకసారి తింటే మహాయోగి, ద్విభుక్త మహాభోగి, 2 సార్లు తింటే భోగి, త్రిభుక్త సదారోగి, 3 సార్లు తింటే పర్మనెంట్గా రోగి ఉంటాడు. సో ఇది దృష్టిలో పెట్టుకుని మీరందరూ మేము ఏర్పాటు చేసిన విందుని ఆ దృష్టిలో పెట్టుకుని ఆరగించవలసిందిగా కోరుతున్నాను. ధన్యవాదములు. పొద్దున తింటే ఇప్పుడు